What's up, guys? This is Nate with the Mud Boys, and I'm wanting to show you today on how to replace the axle on the Grizzly. They're very similar to Hondas, so it should be pretty much about the same. But I was going to get some riding footage at Deep Creek the other weekend. I wasn't able to because broke an axle within an hour of being there. 3-wheel drive got old, so wanting to do a tutorial video to make up for that, to show people who don't know how to replace an axle on the four-wheeler. First, you're going to start by taking the tire off. I have wheel adapters on this one because those are Polaris low pattern rims, so I had to get wheel adapters, which they call them spacers too, but all it is just a wheel adapter for a Polaris low pattern. So we're going to have to take that off. So right here, you see this is the axle nut. There's a indention in it. That's to keep the nut from backing out. You're going to have to pop that indention out to get it to back out, or else you'll never get it out. So what I use is, you can use a punch. That's the correct tool to use. But Hunter here has got some very good punch screwdrivers. He's also worked his punches.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All your axles that you order pretty much come with new axle nuts, so if you ruin it, it don't really matter because you'll get a new one with it. Well, all the ones I've ever bought have come with them. So now you're going to have to take this nut off. Going to go find the socket for that.
These nuts. Got him!
There's the axle nut. If you don't have an impact gun, that is a pain in the butt to get off. Now we're going to take the brake caliper off. Brake caliper is right here. As you can see, I didn't really clean it that good from riding.
Oh, they can't see it a lot, so terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think I tightened it. That's what I did. I tightened it.
Old people are rolling 30s.
Yeah, that's whenever you have a lot of these problems right here. Big tires, riding it like you stole it every time you ride it. These brake pads are gone. I got new ones at the house I should have brought. The sand eats up those brake pads. So then your hub, this is your well, this isn't the hub, this is the brake rotor and the, I don't know what you call it, but that's the hub right there. So to take the hub off, you're going to have to take these two bolts out. The sway bars right here is connected to the actual A-arm, so you don't have to take any of that off. So I just got to take these two bolts out. They're threaded through, so take those out and the hub should just come right out. These that come out. These pins you want to grease because they're in bushings inside of there, because this whole control arm flexes up and down. gonna have to take this off. It's holding the brake caliper on. That's what they look like whenever you full send it inside of a hole. Now I'm about to show you what's going to happen when it breaks like that. Whenever you go to pull it out, you're going to see something happen, and it ain't going to be good. Well, you're probably going to think it ain't going to be good at first, but really, if you know what you're doing, it isn't that bad. But if you don't know what you're doing, the easiest way to get it out is to take the whole other side apart. Oh God.
There's the four-wheeler. Pair of box cutters to get that out.
So as you see, it just falls apart, and the reason why I cut it is because it's going to come apart anyways. But I just didn't want to bust my knuckles trying to yank on it.
Jeez.
See, if this happens and you don't have any tools to get it out with, you can just take the other side apart, and you can run a screwdriver or a punch through here and hit it with a hammer 1 or 2 times, and it should pop right out the other side. But what I'm doing is the easy way. So, well, it's worked before. I ain't gonna say it's the easy way. It might not work this time.
We gotta take the boot off first.
It'll come off as we hit on it. That might be tight enough.
There it comes. Oh yeah, right there.
And it comes right up. I always buy 60 axles. They're pretty cheap and last a long time. Everybody keeps telling me to buy all these expensive axles. Well, I bought an expensive axle one time. It lasted about 3 months, so I just stick with the cheap ones. So this is your new axle. As you see, this is the inside spline that goes inside the hub. The best thing to get this thing in easy with, see how you got your little ring here? That's what holds it inside that hub really good. So whenever you go to try to put it in, try to keep it even all the way around, kind of like that. As you're pushing it in, it should pop right in. But if you don't do that, it can be a pain sometimes. This is your new axle nut and everything on the other side. And all you should have to do, you just walk right up in here and it should slide right in. And if these become a pain, which this one is, I normally just pull them off. I mean, I know what they're there for. They're help to retain it in there, but they can be a pain in the butt sometimes. And it's about to come off. I ain't dealing with this.
Some kind of mud boy exposed.
See, after I took that off, it just slid right on in. I barely even had to use the rubber mallet. So that's what I do if I normally can't get those in. Now you're gonna put the hub back on.
How you took it off?
Goes back on like this. Brake calipers in front. It's in there, your wheel bearings in there. If you ever need to do wheel bearings, they're right in here. They're held in with a snap ring and you have to press them out. I'm gonna do the lower A-arm first. Doesn't really matter what order. Make sure these are good and clean when you go to put them back in. Sometimes you grease them. I'm not going to this time. There's a bunch of grease inside of there. And pretty much all you're going to do, I'm going to skip a lot of this, but all you're going to do is just reassemble everything. I mean, it's just a through and through process. Once you get to this point, everything's reassembly. So it's really not that hard to reassemble. Brake caliper goes back on. That's probably the hardest part. In this case, my brake pads are wore out. I'm going to get those replaced here soon. Got to order them. I didn't know they were that bad of a shape. But you normally stick a screwdriver in there and wedge it open a little bit if you're having trouble getting it on. So yeah, I'm going to skip this, fast forward through it, and we'll come back at the very end. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this axle nut goes on, because there's really nothing to it, but if it's your first time doing this, you might think it's a little difficult. So you're just going to slide this on. It's going to go on there. I really need to turn this. It's on the bottom, but it'll be okay. You're going to tighten up your, this is the old axle nut. Right here's the new one. I'm going to tighten that on there. Run the impact on it. Give it about 10 ooga doogas. I'll get back up. There's a little hammer at.
There's that one. Oh, I have no idea where it went.
There it is. Oh. You're gonna take your screwdriver punch. I recommend a punch, but we believe in screwdrivers around here, especially the flathead ones. You're just gonna come right down in here. If I can even get it to crease.
Here, hold on a second.
Okay, that's good. It's better if you get that on top, as you see we just did, because you don't have to fight gravity with the screwdriver. I meant punch, excuse me. And all you need is a good indentation in it. Something about like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. All that does, like I said, it keeps the nut from backing out.
Back on mine has a what's called a pin.
Yeah, a cotter pin. Yeah. And then you just assemble the rest of it, put the brake caliper on, now that the rotor's back on, and it's good to go. We'll see y'all at the end of this video. I'm going to fast forward through this again, like I said, and save a little time. All right, as you see, we got it replaced. Wasn't that bad. I'm mainly doing this video for people who's never changed the axle before and want to do it on their own. You know, I had to learn somewhere. You know, it was on the internet. So I was wanting to do this video to help everybody out and show you ways you can get things out without having to do a lot of extra work. But yeah, we got it all back together. Time to get it off the lift and put it up and wait for the next ride. Maybe I won't break another one. All right.
Another pull that showed up. A lift going on that one.